Hey there. Is anyone? Hello. Is there anybody out there? Sorry about the delay, folks. I couldn't get my camera to work, and it turned out I had my camera open in another app. Oops. I was like, why isn't it working? I thought I was going to have to cancel. No, it was just me forgetting about technology. All right, so today we are going to do some strength and balance. We'll just do like a little 45-minute workout. I've got my hair down because why not? If you're joining me, say hello. I've got a playlist here. It says Decker's Balance and Strength, but that's your Decker's. Hello, Sam. How are you doing? So for today, you will want some weights. You don't have to go super heavy. I would suggest you don't go super heavy because we're going to have a focus on balance moves. And we're going to be testing your core in different ways. So you don't want to be like lifting all the things, lift slightly less than all the things. Also, if you have an unstable surface, so I am going to be using a yoga block today. I also have a Bosu ball. If you want to use one of those things to do this workout, that's great. If you don't, you could also use like a cushion or a bolster or something unstable that you're not going to kill yourself standing on, making sure that you can hop off of it if you need to. So, without further ado, I am going to get this party started. All right, so 3, 2, 1, here we go. Just do a quick little warm up, do a few moves to hit this timer. All right, so let's just do some head rolls side to side. Glad you're doing good, Sam. I've got my slippers on. My feet are cold. It's talk about balance. I trip over everything. So here in Santa Barbara, it's definitely not cooler. We were in the 80s, like 70s and 80s, and now we're in the 60s. And for me, that apparently means my fingers and toes just sort of freeze. Keep going side to side. Pulling your shoulders down. All right, let's come in our sumo squat, arms wide, overhead and in front. Just bring in the shoulders, waking everything up. So another thing, I don't think you can see it here, but I do have like a stick. It's actually my husband's walking stick, which I've never seen him use, but if you have like a broom or a mop or a fan or a tripod or something that you can use, we're just going to use it very briefly. You can add it as another balance challenge if you want for this, but you don't have to. Now we're going to lean side to side. So we're going to start with a discussion on bracing. And we're going to use the stick to do it. Leaning side to side, reaching through those fingertips. Ooh. Keep going. So yeah, it's sort of gray today, feeling sort of chill. Trying to motivate. All right, 3, 2, 1, arms out, reaching side to side, waking up that torso. Ah! These headphones aren't supposed to fall out. Keep going. I'm gonna adjust. Get these stuck in my ears. I think that's the first time it's ever happened. So weird to My hair just flowing side to side as I'm doing this. Oh, I had someone watching my tune out. Oh well. Warm-ups can be dull, but they're very important. All right, we're gonna come here. We're gonna upward dog. Or down, upward dog. Wait, that's upward dog. Whatever. Slowly moving through this. Trying to get your heels on the ground when you go into downward dog. Getting your hair in your face. A few more seconds. All right, last move. We're going to go into, bring your foot up and open up. Back down, other side. Try to get your foot as close to your hands as possible. Bring that foot that's closest to, or bring the hand that's closest to the foot up, twisting the torso. Just trying to open up the hips, open up everything. About 10 more seconds and then we're going to get into it. Yay! And take a break. Excellent job. Hope you're feeling warm. All right. So, what I'm going to start with is I'm going to start by setting a 30-second, let's do 30-second timer, all right? But actually, I'm going to start with one more thing. Let's talk about bracing, okay? So, a lot of times when people are working out, you'll talk about engaging your core, drawing your navel in, and then there's also talk about bracing. So, bracing is contracting the glutes, pushing. I think of it as sort of like trying to push my feet into the ground and just stand as firmly into the ground as possible, okay? So bracing all the way through. And a very simple way that you can practice this is just thinking about taking whatever, stick, broom, mop, whatever you have, and just pushing it into the ground. As you push into the ground, you should feel your core engage. So you're gonna push into the ground, and then I want you to, in addition, just really press all the way through your feet. I sometimes think of it as like trying to crack the earth open by pushing down into the earth. So what I want you to think about is that core engagement. We're going to do it for 30 seconds. I just want you to think about all the things that are engaging as you're doing this, all right? So 3, 2, 1, here we go. Pressing down, drawing your navel in. Think about drawing your rib cage in too. Really pressing through. Squeezing your glutes, bracing through your legs. That's the hardest part, just getting the full engagement through your legs. Now, as you have this, now you have to breathe. So holding all this while you continue to breathe. There's a nice challenge. Take a break. All right, why are we talking about this? Because when you're stabilizing, when you're working those muscles, you need to activate all of that as you're doing these exercises, okay? So we're going to start with some very, very simple stuff. And I've actually done this before in previous balance workouts, where we're just going to have our knee up, okay? So I think previously I had my foot down here. But we're going to have our knee up, 90 degrees, okay? And we're just going to hold it there. So we're going to do 30 seconds on each side, all right? And then we're going to do the same thing, but with our eyes closed. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Let's start. So as I'm standing here, I'm just focusing. I'm actually looking at myself in the camera, but just focusing on a point in space, helping me keep my balance, keeping my knee up. We're going to be working the hip flexor today. This isometric holds. These isometric holds. We got 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, Take a break. All right. Now let's go into the other side. All right. Not wasting any time. Here we go. Ooh. Keeping your foot flexed, your hip extended. So if you're doing this should be fairly easy for you. If it's not, you should be working on this every day. It's just 30 seconds at a time, a minute of your life. See how you do. Keeping your core engaged, pushing through that foot, using your feet to balance. All right. We're going to repeat that with our eyes closed. So why are we doing this? Because a lot of times, as we talked about, we use our eyes and our focal points to, this thing is not right. Oh, there we go. So a lot of times we're doing this and our eyes are doing all of the work for us. What we want to do is we want to be able to feel it through our body and use our non-visual cues to compensate and stabilize. So really think about that core engagement, that bracing through your leg as we do this. I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1, here we go. So as you can see, this is more of a challenge. Also, my music stopped. Spotify is being very weird today. See if you can hold it. I have no idea how much time is left. Keeping that knee up, bracing through that foot. Take a break. How did that go? Was that a challenge? If you've done this before, maybe you've done this with me in a previous balance class. Did you see the improvement? All right. We're going to go to the other side in 10 seconds. So again, keeping that knee up, bracing through the foot, and keeping your eyes closed in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Why is it doing that? Keep going, keep going. Use your feet. I like doing this with my bare feet. Take a break. I like doing this with my bare feet because it allows my feet to sort of grip the floor and help me adjust. How did that go? Did you do well? Did you have fun? Yay! All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get an unstable surface. So here I'm going to get my yoga block, all right? It's a little squishy, all right? And you don't think it's very much, but we're going to repeat that with one foot on your unstable surface. So again, that could be the yoga block, it could be a Bosu ball, it could be a cushion, something unstable, all right? And why is this not? All right, we're going to start hopefully in 3 seconds. Here we go. Notice I have my eyes open. And apparently I can't operate Spotify and my timer at the same time, which is an exciting new development. And I'm going to assume this is 30 seconds, so take a break. All right. Yeah, this thing is totally messed up. All right, let's go to the other side. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So now what's going on? By standing on an unstable surface, you have to do more micro corrections, okay? So I'm noticing my ankles adjusting, my feet are gripping, and I'm just really working that much harder. Notice also that my arms are flailing. Okay. And take a break. So how did that feel for you? Was there a lot different? Was it a lot easier, a lot harder? Now we're going to add some strength into this. So we're going to take our block and we're going to grab our weights. Now I'm not going to do super heavy weights. All right. And we're going to start with some bicep curls with one leg up. Now I want you to make sure that you keep that leg up. All right. And we're going to do some curls. So here we go. Let's do a set of 10, 9, 8, 7, elbows in, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wow! All right, good job. So, as you can tell, holding your position and holding your balance when you're just standing still is pretty simple. But if you're actually trying to move around, move your body while you're holding that balance, it takes a lot more work. I'm giving up on my headphones and my music because apparently this ain't gonna work. But we can keep going if you want. We're gonna do another set. I'm gonna go to the other foot. This is the other foot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do reciprocating. So one goes up, one goes down, okay? And notice how the balance shift changes again. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 1. 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, keep racing through that foot, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. How'd that treat you? Good job. Were you struggling? Were you like, that's easy? All right, so we're gonna do one more set, and you can pick, actually we'll do 10 on one hand, 10 on the other, and I'll have you switch your feet. So the way we're gonna do this is now we're just going to do single arm. So alternating. All right. Grab your favorite foot. Take a step up. All right. Get that knee up. So we're going to do 1, down, 1, down, 2, and 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Switch sides. Next favorite foot. So that other side was the better side. So we're in trouble here. All right, here we go. 1, 1, 2. 2. I told you this was my bad side. If you need to take a break, just regroup. 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, and 5. Very exciting. All right, we're done with bicep curls. We're going to do a lower body exercise. All right. And notice with the block, with an unstable surface, any upper body exercise, standing on one foot, standing on an unstable surface. I'll do 2 feet on a Bosu ball in a little bit, okay? But I want to do a lower body exercise. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start, and we are going to start sort of a high lunge, okay? We're going to place our arms overhead. Now, if you just have your arms out to the side and you do this deadlift move, well, that's not very challenging, okay? So by keeping your arms up, it prohibits you from using your arms to sort of balance things out. So we're going to keep our arms up, okay? So we're going to start in a lunge. We're going to come forward, raise our leg into a deadlift, and then come back down, all right? Easy peasy lemon squeezy, right? Let's see how we do. Notice that my feet are, they're not quite, well, we'll start with them shoulder width apart, and then we'll move them closer together. So shoulder width apart, take a step back, come down into a lunge, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, let's do 8 each side, 6, 7, ooh, and 8. As you're doing this, you want to try to keep your hips forward, not rotating them out. A cue I've given before, but I didn't say that until just now. We're going to start on the other side, feet shoulder width apart. Take a step back, go into a lunge. Here we go. 1. Whew. I have a muscle strain, so this is actually sort of painful. Fun. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How was that? All right, now we're going to play with moving the weight around, ipsilateral, contralateral to the movement. We're going to take one weight, only one weight, and we're going to repeat that movement. Our arms are going to be down to the side this time, but I want your arm to not come out to the side, the free arm. All right, and we're going to do 4 with the, we're going to start with the weight in the hand of the foot that's forward, okay? So here we go. Arms down your side. Down, up, down, up, down, up, 4, up, 5, up, really bracing through that supporting leg, down, 6, down, 7, down, 8, down. All right, let's go to the other side. All right, down, up, down, 2, down, 3, down, 4, down, 5, down, 6, down, 7, this is my easier side, and 8. All right, take a quick break. Whew, why am I so winded? Because using those large muscle groups, using your legs, you get the heart rate going faster. We're gonna do this one more time, but what we're gonna do is, last time we had the weight in the hand of the leg that was forward. Now we're gonna switch it to the hand and the leg that's gonna go back and up, all right? So I want you to think about how the weight is distributed differently and how you're gonna engage your core to keep that steady. And does it change? Is it easier or is it harder for you? Let's find out. 3, 2, 1. Down. Up. Keep your arms at your sides. Down. 2. Don't bring them out to the side to help balance. 3. Down. 4. It's my painful side. 5. 6. 7. And 8. Other side. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Down. Up. Down. Your arms at your side. Down. 3. Down. 4. 5. 6. 2 more. 7. Last one. 8. Ooh, I gotta go down. So for me, that was a little more of a challenge. How did it feel for you? Did you feel so out of breath that you can't talk? What the? All right. So we're gonna move to another. Let's do another upper body move. But this time, now if you have different options, all right? So one thing you could do, actually, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So if you don't have a block or anything, that's totally cool. We are going to balance on our toes. So if you want, you can have your feet apart, okay? And bend down and be on your toes. And if you want more of a challenge, you're going to bring your toes together and be in a squat. And we are going to do overhead presses while we are in that squat, all right? We'll do a set of 10. All right, feet together, heels up, squat down. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Shake it out. So by going down into the squat, we're doing an isometric hold. Technically, we're bringing our center of gravity lower to the ground, which will make us more stable. But then, by having our feet together and going up on our toes, we have a very small base of support, which is going to make us less stable. Okay, so I'm going to look at it as less stable move with a nice isometric hold and a squat. And also you're raising your toes, so you're getting a nice calf raise too. All right, we're going to do another round. We're going to do 10 each side, but now we're going to do reciprocating. So as one goes down, one comes up. I've never tried this before. This will be fun. All right. And if you're just struggling so much with this, you can bring your feet out if you need to. I really want you to see how close you can keep your feet. Can you keep them together and do this? All right, here we go. 1, 2, 2. Bringing in your core, drawing in your core. 3, 4, 5. Sorry, that wasn't really reciprocating. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good job. High five. High five, stay alive. How's it going? All right, we're going to do one more set, and now we're going to do alternating. All right? I'm going to give myself a second to recover, because for some reason, my heart is beating like a mile a minute right now. Woo! Maybe my coffee is just kicking in. So every morning, my husband and I basically have what amounts to a mug of espresso. And one time I went to the dentist, and I don't like the dentist to begin with, but they were like, they took my blood pressure, and they were like, your blood pressure is really high. I'm like, really? Because my blood pressure is usually pretty consistently good. And, part of it was apprehension because I hated my dentist. But I think also it was because I just had a mug of espresso. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be drinking that much coffee. And I'm still doing it. I was trying to taper down for a while, but I don't know. It's a nice way to start the day with a heart attack. Someone wrote 3 heartbeats for the price of 1. Not bad. All right. Last round, we're going to do alternating. So 1 comes up and does the same, comes down on the other side. So 1, 2. Try to raise those heels higher. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 10. Shake it out. Whoop, whoop. High five, high five. So how was that for you? Was it challenging? Not so challenging? I don't know. So, let's see. We did some squats, did some lunges, some deadlifts, overhead press. Let's do one next. Can you tell I don't have a script for this one? Yeah. So I'd like to get a rowing move in. And what we can do here, we can just come on the Bosu ball. Now, again, if you want to do this, you have many options. You can do a narrow stance on the yoga block. You can do standing on one foot on the yoga block. This one, I have a Bosu ball. I'm going to try on the Bosu ball. Okay. So this side is sort of the stabilization side. Okay. It's not going to tip. You don't have to balance on anything, but you do have to do those micro adjustments with your feet and your ankles to keep yourself upright. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand on the Bosu ball, or not. All right, and I'm going to bend down, and we're going to do bend over rows. All right, and just isolating on the Bosu ball. All right. So again, it's a very simple addition to the move, but it's going to force you to engage your core to stabilize until you'll make your core that much stronger. And we're going to work calories too. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. These weights aren't super challenging for me for this move. What we're going to do is I'm going to try different stabilization or balance moves. So for the next one, okay, I'm going to flip it over So now I'm going to get more into a balance move. All right, now getting onto the Bosu ball this way can be tricky. So usually what I do is I have both hands here to support me. Wow, it's annoying me. That like never happens. All right, so I'm going to use my hands to support. I've got one foot on, and if it helps to bring it down to the side, you can. But I usually try to use my feet or my hands to sort of keep it level, and then grab my weights. All right. So now I'm going to do the same thing as before, and now I'm going to do alternating. Okay, 10 each side. Here we go. Keeping your shoulders down and back, back straight, bent over. Here we go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, pulling towards your navel, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, I'm gonna get off, tip to the side carefully. It's always nice if you have like a wall or something you sort of lean against to be safe. Exiting the Bosu ball that way. Being on that side of the Bosu ball can be very challenging and be a little unsafe. So if you don't feel comfortable, don't do that move. Okay? Stick to the other side. So you can exit more easily. Or let's go in a yoga block. So for this last round, I'm going to have my feet together as close as I can on the block. My feet are hanging over me. And we're going to do that same thing, alternating. 3, 2, 1, 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. Nice. Nicely done, nicely done. We're going to try one last move before we do our core move. Of course, it's going to be all stabilization. It's going to suck because I suck at it. But another way to talk about balance and stabilization is by, you can do moves with your legs up in the air as you're on the ground. So we're going to do flies, and we've done this before where, you know, the feet are up in the air, and we want to keep 90 degrees. Now, if you have your knees in like this, it's a lot easier than by trying to maintain that perfect 90-degree angle. This is going to make you engage your core more. So we're going to start, okay, by having our arms out wide and fly, all right, and we're just going to, actually, we're going to start high. So we're going to start doing alternating flies, okay? We're going to do 10 total. Remember to keep your knees bent at 90 degrees, and really think about it, because if you start doing this, as you get tired, you're going to start doing this, and it's going to make it easier. So do a check on your body, and you should feel your core engaged, just holding your legs out there. All right, so keep your back into the ground. Here we go. 1. You feel your body shift to the side as you're doing this. 2. Try to minimize the rocking. 4. So I notice on my left side, it's a lot harder. So 7. 8. 9. And 10. All right, how was that? Good job, yes. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do contralateral movements, engaging the core, bring the leg out. So we're going to have both legs up. We're going to do our fly. As the one leg comes down, as the one arm comes down, the opposite leg is going to go out. Okay? Bring them back to 90. All right, 10 each side. Here we go. 1. Keep that back flat on the ground. 2. I'm sorry, that was 1. This is 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. Take a break. So, did you notice the difference between just moving your arm out and then having your leg moving, your contralateral side moving? Now, if you're having trouble keeping straight on that and you're doing the same side, I've got bad news for you. We're going to do that exercise next. But the point is, it should be a little easier to have that leg go out because you're sort of having resistance on opposite sides of the body and tends to help keep it balanced. But for our last round, we are going to move the same side, arm, leg out. So we'll see if you notice the difference. All right. Come up into 90 degrees. So my right arm's going to move, my right leg is going to move. Now I'm going to keep my head up just a little bit because it helps keep my back into the ground. I want your back flat into the ground. 3, 2, 1. 1. 1. 2. 2. 3. 3. 4. Return to that good 90 degrees. 4. 5. 5. 6. 6. 7. 7. 8. 8. 2 more. 9. Last one each side. And 10. Awesome job. Good job. Hope you have fun with that. So how did you feel? Did you notice a difference? You should. A couple of different ways. So that's just a couple of ways, very simple ways that you can add balance and stability into your workout. This last move is actually a move that I did the other day. We are going to be in a quadruped position, all right? Now, if you have trouble with this move, if it's just way too much for you, I just want you to go to bird dog, okay? Sticking opposite arm and leg out at the same time. What we're going to do, I'm going to work just my core stabilization. I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute. And we're going to get in quadruped. We're going to tuck our toes under. We're going to come up off of our knees. And then as we do that, we are going to just raise one hand off the ground and hold it. And you can see how my body is automatically compensating. So I was talking about minimizing the rock. If you have a foam block, I want you to place it on your back. And I want you to keep that block from falling. And I'm going to embarrass myself for the next 60 seconds. So I'm just going to lift one hand off, hold it for 5, put it back down, go to the other hand. All right? So we are going to start In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lift the right hand. 3, 4, 5. Other hand. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch back and forth. 3, 4, 5. Switch. Oh, I'm doing better today. The other day I did this and I was miserable. 4. Switch. Switch. Think about bracing, pushing through your toes. Switch. 2 more times each side. Switch. Switch. Last time, here we go, switch. 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done. I made a lot of myself. I actually did a piano. So, really bringing home that idea of bracing through your core, through your legs. It's a challenge. How did you do? You did great. I'm sure you did. All right, we're going to do a really quick cool down because I'm at 45 minutes. I said it would be 45 minutes. So we're just going to chat a little bit. If you're still listening to music, I'm envious. So we're going to have our feet in front. Just come down, inhale. Reach towards your toes. Stretch your quads. Or stretch your calves and your hamstrings. Try to lean forward without rounding your back, keeping your back straight. So, if this workout made you sweat, made you smile, made you frustrated, or made you like, oh, that was interesting, feel free to kick a few digital dollars my way if you want to show your appreciation. Thank you for showing up. You are that much stronger and more balanced, and hopefully, hopefully you had fun. It's just, this is a little more experimental, just sort of playing with things. We didn't do a ton of strength. I mean, we did strength moves with balance incorporated. And a lot of this is just to sort of show you things you can do. And open things up. So, you can do a lot with like holds during dynamic movements, forcing your body to start up and slow down and find the right rhythm. We can talk about that next time. Tell me what you thought about this workout. And we'll just sort of do a light little stretch. What do I have going on? This is it for this is the end of the week. So I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. And I hope that you find fun things to do in this pandemic land. And I hope that I can catch my breath. Goodness. That's weird. I don't know, I think it's allergy season here because I can feel my sinuses like having fun right now. Good times. And do some shoulder rolls. Ooh, and some neck rolls at the same time. So thank you for showing up. You were that much stronger for being here. And it's always much more fun to work out with family and friends. Hope you had a good time. And I will see you next week. So take care. Love you. Mwah. Bye.